How's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to be teaching you the basics of how to use the recording option for Rockstar Studio in Fivem. This is really useful if you're trying to get some great photos, video, or anything like that without having all this like the map at the bottom left or the HUD or anything like that. Like I already said, it's going to be done on Fivem today. You might want to look for a different video if you're looking for story mode / online. So, not going to delay too much time. First off, you want to open your V menu. My keybind's F1, maybe M for you, maybe a different keybind. But what you're really going to want to look for is this recording options right here. This is Rockstar Studio. You're going to be getting all your clips in here. You're going to see a couple options when you get in here: start, stop, and open Rockstar Editor in the first place. So what you're going to want to do is, first off, make sure you have the scene set right. Make sure you're in the spot where you like it, good time of day, vehicles all clean and all that. Those kind of things, the things that you won't want to see look bad once you take the recording, because once you take the recording, maybe it's hard to set up that specific scene once again. So let's go ahead and just do, I'm just going to be doing a picture for an example here. So hop in my vehicle. Maybe I just want to get a lights on in front of that sign right there. Alright, so go ahead and align my vehicle right here. Now, one of the most special things about the Rockstar Editor is that you can move the angle to wherever you'd like it. So the camera angle, it could be set up right here, or it could be right here, wherever you'd like it. You get in places where your normal game camera can't get to. Move out, move in, get a wider angle view. It's really useful. But like I said, go ahead and whenever you're ready, go ahead and just click that little start recording thing. You'll see at the bottom left it'll say recording with a little circle. Once you're done, go ahead and just scroll down and hit stop recording. And just like that, you have your clip. That could be turned into a video or a picture, depending on whatever you'd like to use. Alright, so once that's all done, you're going to want to open up the Rockstar Editor. Once you go ahead and hit that Rockstar Editor, it's going to go on the screen looking similar to this. It's going to do a bunch of loading, a bunch of files on the left. You don't need to worry about any of this. Just go ahead and wait till it hits 100, wait till it fully loads. And just like that, we got this screen. So there's the main page of the Rockstar Editor. This is where you start off many of your options. But what we're going to want to be doing today is the create new project. Go ahead and just hit yes. Go ahead and hit add clip. Now, I already have a lot of clips because I take a lot of pictures on here. But we're going to use the clip we just did. So April 17, 2022, that's the one I just did. So we're going to go ahead and open it up, put it in there, hit edit, go ahead and wait for it to load. Rockstar Editor is relatively slow, so you're just going to want to let it sit and wait. Patience is a key when you're making pictures in Fivem. It's just how it is, it takes forever. Alright, now that we're in here, we're going to want to, before I actually go anywhere, let's go ahead and look through our options real quick. So we got cameras, you got depth of field, this is just blurring the background. Effects, there's many effects you can put on, ranges from abilities. We're not going to mess with any of that yet until we get our cameras all set up. Audio, we got little sound effects you can put in there. Speed, that would be useful if you're looking for a certain frame. Position, go ahead and just change the position in the video. Set the thumbnail and transition. I don't really worry about these last two for now, but since we're taking a picture, let's go ahead and look at the cameras part. So, like I said, you can move your camera to really anywhere. You can, if you're doing videos, I'd recommend doing stuff like this in certain frames of it. It makes it look better overall, but when you're taking pictures, you're going to want to do free camera. So once you get that set up, don't worry about any of these for now, unless you're trying to do much more complicated stuff. Then go ahead and just hit edit camera. Hit enter on that, and look at this. Now we're able to move our camera freely, go up and down, change the field of view, and like I said, get angles we weren't able to get before. So let's say I'm just trying to get a picture of those flags and a sign. Alright, try to get it set up to a spot we like. When you're taking pictures, make sure it makes sense, make sure they know who it is. Act like they're just looking at a picture out of nowhere, not knowing who it's from, what it's about. You're going to want them to be able to tell what the picture's about from just looking at it. So right now we can see Bolingbrook Penitentiary, got flags, and we can see sheriff right there. Alright, this could kind of paint a picture to what it's about. Maybe it's a promo for the sheriff's office, which I'm going for in this kind of picture. So to get this all set up, we go ahead and move on to our next part. Alright, I like where it is. A good little key to see how your picture is looking is pressing H, which hides all that nonsense to help you set up the photo. Go on, just move your mouse out of the way, and that's what the photo is going to look like. This is just a good reference whenever you want to see what it looks like. But for now, we don't need to worry about that. Go ahead and press H again to get that HUD back. Then hit escape. Hit that a couple times. Now let's try to add a little blur to it. So go into depth of field. Now there's a couple options here. You can get no blur at all. You get a default blur where you can just change the intensity, or you go to custom where you can change like how far away it blurs or what it should look at. Right now, I'm just going to be doing the manual, where you can choose the distance. So, let's go ahead and just turn this up so we can kind of tell how it looks from different angles. And let's just do a little turn down to right around here. Now, here's the thing with the manual. It either works well or it doesn't work well. As we can see, it doesn't really work well. That's if we have the number set up incorrectly. If you change the intensity lower, then it'll usually work a little bit better. And look, we still got a little blur in the background, and we got a good focus on the sign and the car. So really, if you want to use the manual, be careful that it's going to be a lot of tweaking with numbers, but for now I like where it's at. We go ahead and hit backspace or escape, and let's go on and add a little effect to it. Personally, my favorite here is the good old night moves. Now, pretty much all these effects look terrible just at the beginning, and you probably never want to add any of these. This could be one of the biggest changers in your photos. So, like I said, looks terrible. Let's see how different it looks when you turn down the effect quite a bit. Now, how's it look now? Some photos, depending on the effect, will have a major change. I personally think this looks about 50% better with the effect on. If you want, you can go ahead and turn up more or less if you want to add any more saturation or anything. I'd always recommend adding a vignette, which is like a little black circle around the perimeter of the photo. So go ahead and turn that up. You get to see with the intensity at the max, it's like basically just a circular picture, but go ahead and turn it down a little bit, make it a little less severe. And there you go. How's that looking now? Now, maybe we don't like how it looks perfectly right now. Maybe you want more of these red lights lit up. So let's go back to the speed part. Here's the thing with Rockstar. If you're trying to do stuff like what I'm trying to do with the police and try to catch like lighting, get really good photos with the lighting, the light bars and all that, you're going to want to get a perfect frame of it, because it's weird. If you just scroll through it, it doesn't always, it looks weird sometimes. Sometimes it's not on the ground, sometimes it's lit on the ground and the light's not on. It's better to do this instead. Go ahead and turn it down to 5 speed, then just let it play and hold space. Be ready, hovering over space, and pause it at the frame you want to pause it at, because this will capture the best picture for on the ground and on the, what do you call it, the actual lighting. So you're going to want to wait, pause it whenever you like. I like this frame right here. This is my personal favorite. You guys can pause it whenever you'd like, but this is what I like here. Now, something I need to note that I should have probably noted at the beginning is that graphics mods are going to make a major difference. Like, the way my lighting is set up, I have, or sorry, not my lighting, my graphics, I have Make Visuals Great Again, Quantity, and Reshade installed. Those three are making a significant difference in this photo. This is not going to look the same with someone who has low graphics, no additionals. It's just not. So I'd recommend getting some graphic mods if you're going to try to get some photos, but that is personally up to you. It's going to make a major difference if you do. But like I said, suit your speed, suit your hardware, whatever needs to be done, needs to be done. Alright? So, really, I don't think anything else needs to be done at this point. Whenever you move on the timeline at the bottom, once you get out of the beginning, you're going to want to add a marker. So, right here, we got a new marker. Then we can do all this stuff again. This marker changes pretty much everything. Like, we could go ahead and change the speed right here. We can see how it goes back to 100% speed, even though this part from here to here will be at 5% speed. This is because we're much further upon the timeline, and this is creating basically a new wrinkle in the timeline. So we're going to be going at a different speed here, different angles here if we want. This is more if you're getting into videos, so we don't have to worry about this as much. But if you're ever stuck and you can't get back into this menu, go ahead and hit M and create a new marker. Alright, so I'm satisfied with how this looks. Where do I go from here? So once again, you're going to want to hit H. Then you're going to want to get, what I usually use is snipping tool, which is just built into Windows automatically. Right here, we got snipping tool. Windows 10 still has the app. Windows 11, I believe you actually have to hold Windows, Shift, and S. I believe that's what you have to hit. Don't quote me on that, but let's go ahead and do the Windows 10 version of the snipping tool. It opens a little app right here. We're just going to hit New. Go ahead and move this to the side for now. And make sure you crop out the picture without any of these, the Fivem logo, the frame counter, or if you have mods, your graphic mod packs installed. Sometimes this little thing is down here. Just make sure it's not in a photo. It distracts and makes the photo look much worse. Alright, but go ahead and crop out the parts that you need. You could always crop this down later if you need to in other programs, but here we go. I like this. And technically, that's all you really need. You could post this right now if you like, but someone like me, I like to go a little bit further with it. So what I would do is open up Photoshop and go ahead and add some text, or try to add a little more like manual blur if I wanted to. But that's really only if you have Photoshop. It's expensive, not everyone has it. So it makes sense if you don't have it. Paint.org, that's also a good alternative if you don't have Photoshop. But for now, you go ahead and post this. Media with Fivem is not exactly super easy at first. You're going to want to take a few tries, go ahead and go on different servers, go at different angles, try different mod packs. It takes time. It took me about a couple weeks to get it down to where exactly I like it. This is what I mean with like graphic mods, or with what cars I like, what spots I like. But make sure you find what you like, narrow it down, and get to that spot, and keep it that way. So this pretty much concludes all I really have to say. I hope you learned a little something. Hope you're able to apply it. Hope I taught you something and you're able to apply it. Alright, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out the comments if you want to join the Fivem server I recorded this in. And that's all I got. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.